6. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Vinny's Corner. I'm your host, Vinny. We got the squad with us. We got my guy, Showtime. We got Wednesday Cove, my co-host. And then, of course, we got my guy, Caleb, over here. Welcome, everybody. So we got the NBA Finals on right now. Like, literally, the Knicks and the Spurs are going at it. It might be the first quarter still. And we got the NHL Finals, the Stanley Cup Finals. Game 1 happened last night. So, Cove, I'm going to just turn it right over to you. You're the hockey guy. You got the questions on it. Where do we start, man? That unreal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you'll have to ask the questions because I apparently I sent them to you, but apparently I can't see them.
Oh, that's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
Listen, I think, okay, so here's the biggest thing, and like, let's get everyone's just initial reaction. My real thought, based on the way that I have seen the Canes play this playoff, once they were up by 2 goals, I was like, oh, they're going to win game 1. It's over. What did you guys think?
I mean, Vegas has come back a lot this postseason, so I didn't completely rule it out, but it would have been crazy as it was. So,
what was it? 5 or 6 consecutive games where they had 3 goals in a row,
and they just keep the rain going.
They're the comeback kids,
and that's what, like, I had to remind myself. They just did this when they just started the series with the Avs in the same exact fashion. You know, they got behind and then they came roaring right back against them in that game, and the same thing. And I'm like, you know what? This is their DNA. It seems like. So, all right. So the first one we got here, Cove. You said Vegas just stole game 1 in Raleigh. In this series, so the series is now in Golden Knights' control. Or let me, excuse me, he asked the question, is the series now in Golden Knights' control, or can Carolina take back momentum with a win in game 2?
I think that it's in Golden Knight control unless the Colorado make a comeback again too. But so far it's in Golden Knight control.
Okay, what do you think, Showtime?
Shoot. I mean, it depends. If Vegas wins a game on their home ice, like that's, they stole a game in Carolina. Carolina.
Oh, Carolina, not Colorado, Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carolina.
I was about to say, but
Carolina. Yep.
Vegas is definitely in control right now. Depends. We'll see what happens game 2.
What do you think, Cove?
I mean, I think I wrote it that way, but it's just more of a narrative. It's only game 1. How many? What, the last 2 final series went 6 or 7? It's gonna be a deep series. It's regardless. So I think game 1, the way they dominated afterwards, yeah, it feels like they have control. But if Carolina reverses it and comes back game 2, then there's no narrative there yet.
Yeah.
Still game 5.
What's going to be big is how, like, so. Let's say they win game 2 and it's like 5-4 Carolina, right?
No.
One thing I'll say is I don't think there'll be another high scoring game like this. I think it's a one-off.
Where I was going.
But if you remember last series, they got spanked 6-2 by Montreal and then literally walked the next 4 games.
Yeah, they dog walked them after that.
So
this is what I'm wondering. Are we going to see Anderson dial back in now? And like
you would think this is just a one-off. Yeah.
They could.
It's another game 1 loss for him. Like, there's back-to-back game 1 losses, but do you win game 2, game 3, game 4, game 5? Yes.
It's like, yeah, Anderson didn't have a good game here. Probably, gets his shit together for next game.
He's still 12-2.
Yeah.
And like a part of that, you can almost like, I don't know exactly what I would blame it on, but maybe he let off the gas mentally himself when they got ahead. And maybe he took more of a break than he should have. I don't know. But you're right. He's 12-2. And that's the thing. I think he's going to come back and just be the same dominant goalie he's been all
Yeah.
playoffs. So I'm expecting a 6 or 7 game series. I would like a 7-game series.
And
You know.
now Carter Hart is, you know how super precision works in like all sports. Now he's got the win number 13, which ties Marc-Andre Fleury's record. So now he's like, oh shit, can he get the 14th? Or how long does it take to get the 14th?
Yeah, athletes are really superstitious. So
And
hopefully that
13
doesn't
is
mess with them.
one of the most unluckiest numbers in the world, right? So it's like, jeez.
Well, they're just going to have to go out and dominate again tomorrow, Thursday night hockey.
Mhm.
That's all. If the Golden Knights were to win both games at Carolina, in my mind,
Then they have full control for sure.
yeah, in my mind, that's a very deep hole to climb out of for Carolina.
If they didn't
Because
win
if
tomorrow, they
Carolina
have
gonna
full
win 2
control
games in
for sure.
Vegas, that's the thing.
And I want to say this out loud because Cove, you'll understand this too. You'll more than anybody. Not that you guys wouldn't, but it's kind of crazy that the face of their organization has literally been the same guy the whole time.
Mhm.
Like their coach, Rod Brindamore, like he's been the face of their organization for the last 20 years. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
since he won them a cup.
He won that cup, and then eventually he took over as a coach. When he moved in as a coach capacity, and so like he's just maintained that, like, just craziness, right?
Yeah.
He's the first name I think of with the organization, even in 2026. So
And there's still another stall on there.
dude. Okay, so hold on, I'm just gonna look and see. I don't see anything here now. So let me ask you, Carolina. Okay, it was late in the game. It was the end of the game, really, right?
Mhm.
Now, Carolina's move, their thought process was like, we need to keep Stahl, like we got to keep Captain in here, to do the face off, and then we've got Stankoven on the wing to potentially hit that shot if we can get a shot. I guess my question, and you would know better than I would, just because I don't follow them that closely, but that's like I don't I thought that there was a better option than Stoll. I don't know, repeatedly at the end there. I felt like they could have made a line change and maybe that would have had an effect. I don't know. But
Maybe.
what did you think?
I think it was. I'd say at least 3 of the goals were like weird angle goals. So like Rusty says, you don't miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? And I think 3 of those goals would have never happened if those guys never made that shot. Like, and they probably would have put Carolina in a 4-3 victory in that sense, because I count 2 of Vegas's goals just lucky shots, and Carolina won.
That's fair.
The rest of the goals were pretty clean and cut and made sense, but the first goal that came off 25 seconds in with Ehlers just had a lucky angle on that shot to get it past the pad.
Dude, that guy came out smoking hot yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Came out 25 seconds in, took a shot. I don't think Carter Hart was ready for that shot, so that's what I mean. Like, there was quite a few goals that were just the luck of the draw when they made the shot. Right place, right time.
Yeah,
I know it's playoff
I
hockey,
can agree
but
with that. So who, in your estimation, thus far? So you noted that Hurdle made one of the more important goals. Who, in your estimation, is the current favorite for the Conn Smythe Award?
it's got to be Mitch. If anybody, it's got to be Mitch.
Yeah, Marner.
He's got 21 points. Like,
Well, and so that's my thing, right? Is
But it's not just the 21 points. It's not just 21 points. It's every goal he got was either a game winner, a game decider. That's where it matters.
it's been timing. Like he's been very like it's different to think of like clutch.
And who saved the game last night? Mitch Marner on a block shot.
Dude, he's been like I said, he's been like if this was baseball, he's been like the clutch hitter for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the guy they've been able to count on for sure. So I can agree with that. It would be crazy to see them win and see him win the award.
The one, you know how I come up with these random weird fucking facts or whatever? I didn't even know this one. It was, I forget where I ran. I think it was like a TikTok or something. It was some kind of social media. But the last 7 guys to leave the Maple Leafs, last 6 guys to leave Maple Leafs organization, the next year they won a cup. Marner, it would be number 7 in a row.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
like that's a really
6
like
Maple
weird...
Leafs have left and won a cup the very next year, the year that they left the Leafs.
I don't know, man. That's kind of an interesting one, man.
That's
like I don't want to sound superstitious, but like,
yeah, and
franchise a little cursed.
And Mitch is a hometown boy. He's not just played for Toronto. He's from Toronto. He grew up in Toronto. He wins. He's bringing the cup deliberately to Toronto.
I still don't like. I felt like that. I don't know. We talked about it when it happened. I just didn't think it made sense for them. It made complete sense for the Golden Knights, as we're seeing even more so now.
He is playoff Mitch. If you count in the games he has played in the playoffs, he's got a ton of points. He knows how to play in the playoffs.
Dude, I mean, the number you shot over, Eichel and Marner combined for 39 points this postseason so far. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
they haven't even played 13 games. Like what, 14 games?
Listen, I think that like it's going to be interesting to see how Carolina responds. A part of their response to me, like game 2, and maybe I sound crazy saying this, but it feels like, especially the way this playoffs has gone, I expect to see Stankoven score like 1 or 2 goals, or they need him to really like fire up that offensive production. But Aho's been good also in the postseason. I think he's got to show up more than he did in game 1, 2. He was kind of non-existent in my opinion. I don't know. But I just think it's an interesting one. I think that the biggest thing ultimately is going to really come down to the goalie battle. Game 1 didn't seem like it with such a high-scoring game. But, right, what's Hart's right save percentage right now? Hart is at 9.2 or 0.924. Anderson is at 0.931. Right, 2 goals against compared to 1.4 goals against. Like, they're playing really. The goalies are just playing incredible hockey.
Well, the 1.14 was before the stats come in from game 1 final, because his goal against went up a little bit.
I would assume both of them would have, right? A little bit, but the point is that they both played really well so far. I think throughout, right?
No, but like look what you just said. He has before that game he had a 1.14 goals against average, right? You just gave out 2 stats that 2 guys literally are getting 40 points in the playoffs, and they've played 15 games. That's almost 2 points a game from those guys. That's basically probably 2 goals. That's more than what Anderson gives up, and that's only 2 of your players.
That's an interesting way to look at it. So
when you got guys that can score at least 2 goals a game between the both of them, that means you're always going to be down 2-0.
It's an interesting way to look at it. I definitely feel like there's more offensive firepower, right? Because when you look at the Knights, we're talking Eichel and Marner, but that's we're not even talking about the captain, and we're not talking about Stone, right? If he shows up, Hurdle, they've got a lot of guys that are good at scoring on the Golden Knights. So I feel like they have more offensive power than Carolina does.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Vegas has more offensive power, and Carolina has more defensive power because you look at his goals against average. That means their defense is really well. So when they're busting up the defense, that means their high offense will come through. So they got to figure out how to play them. That's all they really got to do. But they also had 0-3 against Montreal all season, and they beat them 4-1 in the seasons in the series. So it's like sometimes it doesn't matter.
So what do you think? Game one down, VGK up 1-0 in the Stanley Cup final. What is your final prediction? Who do you think is going to win it all?
I still have Carolina, and I still confidently have Carolina in 6.
I got Vegas. Not gonna lie, definitely got Vegas. They're gonna win game 2, and they're gonna take full control of this series.
This guy's confident.
That's right, Caleb. That's right.
Vegas in 7. Vegas in 7.
He's confident like LeBron. Caleb is confident in Vegas like LeBron's getting rings.
Listen, man. I like it. I like it. There were times this year that I said that Vegas was going to go to the final. And like then I was like, you know what? That's ridiculous because they're just not winning enough.
Yeah, they were barely a 500 team going into the playoffs.
They got into the playoffs with 39 games. Now they're in the lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. Very interesting.
But they also have, I think, I don't know if it was just before the finals, but they have the most playoff wins for any team since 2017, which is 75. When I saw the number, and the Avalanche have like 60.
Well, so I guess like the thing that kind of comes into play there, to me, at a certain point, has to be like coaching, right? Because right. So if we're looking at it and we're saying this team's better defensively, this team's better offensively, it comes down to Rod Brindamore and John Tortorella, right? So I think you had that question actually, right? Who would you rather have on your sideline come Game 7? We may very well have that happen.
Unfortunately, I won't give it to Brindamore for a Game 7. I'll give it to Torts. Torts he's beaten teams that were way better than him. Not in 7, but he's swept 2 teams. The only coach to do it in the last 10 years, twice to 2 number 1 teams, both sweeps. So Torts knows what he's doing.
Well, and that's the thing. I think that's where it's kind of like a trick question, right? The idea is that Torts isn't letting you get to Game 7, so you're not going to have to worry about that.
It wasn't even 2 teams that were the number 1 team. They were the 2 of the best teams in the entire league. What was it? Tampa Bay broke the record that year, then got swept, and then Colorado was a 30-2 team at one point, and then got swept. So it's not only he's putting out teams that are good, he's putting out teams that were dominant. They were 17-10 at the same point when Colorado was 30-2.
Very interesting. So I guess right. That's pretty much it on the NHL side of things. We've got the NBA finals. The NBA finals are literally on now, so it's hard to react to them in the moment. It's pretty even game through the first half, right? So let's talk through this. let's actually just get everyone's official predictions on the NBA Finals out loud. I picked the Knicks.
We knew that was
Cove picks the Spurs. Right? Caleb picks the Knicks.
Knicks
Showtime,
in seven,
what do you
yep.
got?
Spurs in 6.
Okay, he's got the Spurs in 6.
Yeah.
All right, so we got
Actually, no,
we're
7. They win it at home.
50-50. So we got 50-50 on this one. Which is
I got this. No, I got the Spurs in a sweep. I got the broom ready behind me.
you got
Okay.
the Spurs in a sweep. You are out of line. Yo.
And what's the
Like-
score right now?
I was just watching Mitch so they were down by 1 or 2, but I was watching by 1. It's 30-31 on my screen. I don't know
Okay.
if we're all on the same speed here.
Yeah,
But-
it is.
But Mitch Robinson was just taking a foul shot. We know how that goes. So obviously the score stayed the same. We did not get a point. But that was a pretty good play. So now I know you did have some questions, right? So let's just talk about the playoff run. Now I think that what's interesting about it, so you put, is this the greatest in Knicks franchise history? People are calling this the greatest playoff run in history. Because of the way they've been beating up on competition.
Yes,
So
they got 3 40-point wins, yes, but I'm still not putting them better than Golden State's 15-game run.
No.
it would only be historic level if they then went on and swept the Spurs.
Yeah,
Then it would be like, oh, big shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That would be a big deal.
But you do it in
Oh.
6 or 7. No, it's gonna be no greater than what.
Yeah,
this-
then it's
like
then it's awesome. It's great for
Golden
New
State.
York, but it's
Yeah.
not like all time. It's not greater all time than like things that we've seen
But-
already.
I'll give the one praise. This is the greatest team Vince has ever seen.
Oh yeah.
In my life, for sure. I
Yes,
think
in your-
this Knicks team would beat up on any of the Knicks teams of the past. Ewing, all that good stuff. I think they would whoop their butts.
Mhm.
Mitch Robinson would be giving Patrick Ewing and his knees problems all day. Real talk. But yeah, that's like I've said this to people. Like, I'm 42. In my opinion, like in my lifetime, the greatest Knick that I've seen is Jalen Brunson.
Mhm.
You know,
That's
like
crazy because he's not even like he got signed from Dallas. Like he's been here for doesn't feel like that long. It really doesn't.
Dallas is crazy because like at that time, right? There was a time when they had him and Luka on the court together. You
It
know,
was the perfect Batman and Robin. It was.
both those guys have now taken teams to the finals on their own. Like,
Crazy.
you know, so like I don't know. That's for another time, but I think that team was operating at a very weird place for a while with Nico. So probably better off now.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's see what we got here. Biggest offseason storylines. Which eliminated team has the most pressure this summer? The Celtics, the Cavs, the Lakers, the Nuggets. Is there somebody else? Like what about your Heat? You know, what team?
I wouldn't say they have pressure.
I think the Cavs do though, because they got to answer something.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the Cavs are right. Like,
You put too much stock in Harden, and why?
Yeah.
it
This
feels
team
like
could
they're,
have
like
went the same distance without Harden.
I didn't see like anything like concrete yet, but it feels like they're gonna extend Harden. No,
No, they probably are. Yeah.
like
No,
they're
yeah.
gonna get like Harden might finish his career in Cleveland, which is crazy.
We're talking about
You know?
Cleveland, a team that loves Deshaun Watson more than it should.
The some of the comments made by Coach Atkinson, like regarding like basically like according to the analytics, we're winning this series. Like saying things like that out loud in front of media, like when you're getting your asses kicked by the Knicks, is utterly ridiculous. Like I feel like they need a coaching change. Maybe I'm crazy, but Atkinson is definitely not the answer in my estimation. That guy was defending.
Yeah.
He was at the press conferences. He was defending James Harden's defensive play, which is wild. Like, if you're not going to call your stars out, like, what are you actually there for?
And him with all this analytically bullshit. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make no sense to me.
He's no more than an assistant coach. He's no more than an assistant coach at best.
Somebody, I actually heard somebody say that idea. Like, what if he went back to Golden State?
Nah, he won't. No way. I don't think so.
That would be.
I think he wants to be a head coach, but he shouldn't.
Cleveland is going to keep him, so
exactly.
why not? Right? Like, I mean, it seems easy enough, I guess, right?
Seems like they're gonna keep him as their head coach. So I don't think they'll keep him as an assistant.
It's kind of a weird one. Like, I understand, like, they're very. I guess the idea is, they're just very analytics driven.
It's crazy.
And he's a coach that operates that way. But like, you got to have a feel for the game, right? Like,
yeah, he doesn't have a feel for the game at all.
Like he had no he had no pulse on any of those basketball games. Like I don't know what was going on. So it's very strange.
I mean, you saw that when they barely snuck by the Pistons.
The Pistons, I don't want to sound like, no offense to people that are Pistons fans, but they are frauds. And this is the reason.
And that's not hating on them. It's just they don't have a championship. Yeah, they don't have a championship. They only
have one option.
Yeah.
If Cade is not scoring, they cannot win. Period. Next conversation. And Jalen Duren was,
non-factor.
He was kind of a non-factor. He was soft. He was like the way Chet played Wemby is how Jalen Duren played the whole playoffs.
Yep.
So yeah.
And that's not the type of player he's known to be. Like he's like a super physical guy and stuff.
Like their whole identity, like based on the way that he having a tough dude like that in the middle, right? Was like they were back to being like those bad boy, Pistons. He was a total pushover in the playoffs. Absolute pushover.
And he completely screwed his free agency because he's supposed to get an extension.
Yeah.
So now who knows how much money he makes?
I mean, I wouldn't see him getting a max contract.
No, and if he does, that would be dumb.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but his stock definitely went down this playoffs.
I mean, he had a career year. You can't take that away from him. But like what he showed in the playoffs is
playoffs
when
matter.
The physicality goes up and he gets more attention.
Well, then... you know what though? It's weird because you see all the time in the league guys that are good in the regular season do get big contracts. Like I'm not going to highlight James Harden, but the James Harden has made like $500 million playing basketball, and he's awful in the postseason.
He's the player choker. I think the player choker for sure. He did not do anything in the interconference.
He's known as that.
Yeah. That's right. They call that. You know what they call it, Caleb? They call it Hardenville. When a player chokes in the postseason in any sport, he must live in Hardenville. My guy, for a while, they were saying my guy Aaron Judge was the mayor of Hardenville. Rough out there, though, All right. So I guess now we got the predictions on this. it's game one, so obviously, like, I guess the hope is that, like, when we come back this time next week, we'll be in the middle. It'll be like game
In
4,
the
game
middle of the
5,
series, yeah.
good series, right? And we can really talk some basketball. Um, but I here's the one question I'll ask before we jump into the baseball side of the world, because it's the storyline that kind of comes up every season as of late. Is Giannis going to move this year?
I think he will. I think he finally will.
And
I
like,
think so.
realistically, where? Like,
The rumors is all over Miami, dude. But I don't want to believe it. I really don't. Cause
Giannis as a
I
bull.
know to the Bulls. What is this guy on?
That's what I mean. If Giannis went to the Bulls, you'd be like, "What the hell just happened?"
Yeah, no, I don't.
well, okay, so
What?
like, as a Heat fan, would you be excited if they
Oh
got Giannis?
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, but there's two sides to it. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to give up like significant young talent and picks. Like,
That's what's
so
tricky about this, because like
yeah.
Giannis is already 32 years old,
So it really depends at what price the Bucks do trade him. Because it seems
and
like
and
if
it,
they trade him at the right price, Pat Riley might bite on it.
and they're looking for a bag for him, right? Like that.
And they're pretty much looking for a bag, yeah. Because the thing is, he hasn't requested out like formally.
And
He
like,
hasn't
and
he hasn't said he's wants to stay there, but he hasn't said he doesn't want to be there. Like,
listen, that whole what they call that, the Deer District or whatever,
yeah.
like that whole area was like built on Giannis's sweat.
Oh yeah.
So like that's like their $1 billion athlete. Like, they're not just gonna like get rid of him if you're
No.
not giving them something big.
That's
You
the
know,
thing. Like, I don't know how much Pat Riley is willing to give for an aging star that's
I
injured.
don't. That's what I think the issue is going to be, and
I think so.
it feels like it's going to end up being one of these deals with like 5 teams involved.
It sounds it's a really complicated situation.
Yeah, like it's not going to be anything easy. It's going to be really ugly.
And it
But
could take a while to happen, even if it does. Like, it's gonna be rumors on rumors on rumors all over the summer.
well, so Giannis is eligible to sign his extension
Yeah.
with the Bucks
And
in
yeah.
October.
So the thing is, the one thing that makes me think he might come here, like because the thing is, if he does come here, there's no way he doesn't get extended, right? And there's rumors that if he does come here, he will sign an extension. Like, they will sign him into an extension.
Well, and that would be the whole reason to do it, right? Because you
Yeah,
can sign an
'cause
extension, kind of finish your
yeah,
career down in South Florida.
exactly. And he has
In
the same
in
age
your
as Bam. That's another thing.
yeah, there's logic to it, and Bam probably
There's a
talks about
whole
how
lot of
amazing it
logic,
is.
but the logistics is is weird, as we've said.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting for sure. Um,
But this is an off season that I'm just hoping for change. So whether it's, we go all in for Giannis, I'm not gonna complain. I mean, I'm not gonna be one to complain about that because it's a change. But I don't want to give up like Khalil Ware, a bunch of young guys, and a bunch of picks. Like, that's throwing away our future.
that's like, so. Okay, this was my whole thing, right? Was when they were talking about the Knicks getting him. I'm like, well, for the Knicks, for us to get him, like, we're gonna have to send Bridges, Towns, OG. We're gonna send the whole team. So
Yeah,
basically, it's gonna
for
be
one
him and
guy.
Brunson, and who?
Yeah.
Like, what the heck are they gonna do by themselves? Like, what?
I mean,
I
you see
don't.
how they're built right now. Like, they're built on depth. Like,
Yeah,
that's what's helped them a lot.
yeah, they're built like a team. In order for a team to go out and get him, they have to be buying into the old model of like,
Yeah,
buy and plug
super
a
team,
star, which now
super
we now
team.
know like is not the wave anymore.
That's not the way anymore. That's why I'm
So like,
hesitant to say I want to give up all of this for Giannis. It's like, I don't know.
I don't know,
It
it'll be
seems
an
like he
interesting
wants
one.
to be here. It's just complicated.
It- who wouldn't want to play in South Florida?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. There's been a lot of people that have rumored to be here. Then the price is too much. Pat Riley doesn't want to do it. It's like, I don't know, man. I'm not getting my hopes up for him.
Be interesting to see. I've got my hopes up right now for a title. We'll see what happens. All right. So, Major League Baseball o'clock. And just jump right into it. We're like approaching the midway, right? We're getting to summer now. It's June. We're gonna hit the All-Star break next month.
Yes, sir.
And with that being said,
I know Caleb has a lot to say.
Aaron Judge versus Shohei Ohtani. Judge currently leads the Major League Baseball with 23 home runs, while Ohtani continues putting up MVP level offensive numbers for the Dodgers. If voting ended today, who wins the MVP in the AL and the NL? Obviously,
AL, I would say Yordan Alvarez as of right now. NL, Schwarber.
So it's kind of interesting, right? Like in the NL, if you factor pitching into the equation, then like obviously the most valuable player is Shohei Ohtani.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no other way that can be said. The guy's ERA is like a 1 or like a point.
And he's picking it up at the plate. If he keeps up both ways somewhat balanced, like he keeps on being great on the mound and picks it up at the plate like he has, the MVP is his.
And listen, I want to say this out loud.
Shohei can do what we could be considered like a triple crown by taking I'm not saying a triple crown. He takes a third championship in 3 years. He takes an MVP and a Cy Young in the same year. Something no one's ever done. There's no question anymore.
Incredible.
I mean, the thing is, would a championship be part of the MVP discussion? Like, because that's more of a regular season award, no?
No, but winning the championship, the MVP, and a Cy Young in the same season.
You're just saying nobody's ever accomplished all those feats.
I'm saying, don't they decide MVP before the World Series?
Okay. But I'm saying after the fact, and you win the championship, then you go, shit, that MVP means a lot more because it's not
okay.
It's having all 3 accolades and then winning the World Series MVP. Add that to it. Then it's like, what? No, it's something no one's ever done.
Right. That puts him in way more GOAT convos if he already isn't.
No.
I mean, it feels like if watching him in real time, it feels like we're watching the GOAT.
And what's that?
It does.
It does feel like that's happening. Like
it's a once in a generation player for sure, but I don't know if it'll be in GOAT talks. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
But you have to add into he walks into LA and wins nothing but championships. That's even different.
He hasn't won in LA. That's crazy.
He's a once a century player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he leaves LA for LA to win nothing but championships. It's like, what? Who does that?
Bro, there are some. You know how many Angels fans probably became Dodgers fans in the last.
Oh yeah, and that's an easy switch. That's an easy
in the last
switch.
2 years. Like, oh, you know what? I'm going with my guy Shohei. Like,
that's an easy switch. It's in the same city.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Secretly off camera, Vince is always wearing a Mets hat.
So actually, here's a weird thing. I really don't wear like baseball caps because they're made out of wool. Like the material, like those hats are hot.
Yeah. The
hats that I like wear outside, like none of them they're all in my car, but they're all golf hats. They're very airy. Yeah. All my hats are golf hats. Random fact, but it's 100 degrees. When I walk outside, it's going to be 100 degrees out. So yeah, I wear a cool hat at all times.
I mean, they do sell Mets golf hats, so it's still not under the normal.
Listen,
My
bro.
men are cooking so far.
Listen.
Mets, really?
Yeah.
Who likes the Mets? Let's be for real.
I don't even know. Like, it's weird to talk about them because like they're so bad and they have so much talent. Like, I don't even understand what the problem is with that team.
The problem
But to be
is
a
like,
negative against it, though, in a negative sense, do they have talent? Because they're not really
oh
showing
yeah,
it.
no, they have talent. They have talent.
I mean, they
I mean,
do.
yeah, it's not reminding all these MLB players have talent, but Jesus Christ, if you got some kind of talent, I mean, why do the White Sox have more wins? Like, come on now.
Yeah, they're shit.
The
Don't get
Rockies
me
have
wrong.
more wins. I think so.
It's really like I don't know, man. Thankfully, I'm not a Mets fan, so I don't have to worry about that. But you know, as a Yankees fan, I will say something, right? So Showtime just said out loud, right? For the first time in God knows how long, somebody could dead seriously, right off rip, open up and not start out for their AL candidate as Aaron Judge.
Yeah,
So like, you know, like right, we got to that place with Cal Raleigh by the end of the season, right? Last season where we were like, oh, maybe it could be him, maybe it could be somebody else. But like, right now, it's like it feels like it will definitely be somebody else.
oh yeah, it does.
Um,
Because
which
Judge
is
isn't
tricky.
putting up crazy numbers. He's not.
But
And
he's but
if Murakami did not get injured, he was on
He
pace
would
with him.
conversation. Yeah, he would.
yeah, man,
He was
Munataka
on pace with him.
Murakami.
He's
I can't
proved the
wait to see
whole
him in a
league
Yankees
wrong.
jersey.
He
Yeah, but I mean,
he
man, he's lost what, like 4 to 6 weeks? So that's a lot.
yeah.
Oh, it's a lot of time for sure.
That's a month
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, he is a veteran from the PBL, but he might come back and just be fine. But that's still 4 to 6 weeks you got to catch up.
Yeah.
Yo,
On a team that's not exactly hot right now.
Yeah.
so let me ask, like, who do you think, like, I guess the Dodgers are the Dodgers, right? They're doing what the Dodgers do. They just keep keeping on.
They get their
Milwaukee,
wins.
they're the regular season team that they always are, at least
Yeah.
in recent years. Like, are we seeing any surprises coming out of the West? Or not the West, excuse me, out of the National League?
Out of the
I
National
mean, we
League.
talked about the Cardinals, the Brewers.
Yeah.
The Brewers are the Brewers, but the Braves right now are.
The Braves
Yeah.
are the class of the class, of course.
Yeah.
What? Okay, what about
But the Reds are playing well. Pittsburgh's playing
Yeah.
well.
Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh's got 33 wins. They're a second place team right now.
Yeah, so I mean,
They're
like, we're not
They got
talking about
pitching.
Pittsburgh. How are we not talking about Pittsburgh? Like, come on now.
Well, no, but like, listen, they got Skeens, but they don't just have. But like, I feel like they have a decent rotation now. It seems
they
like
have a pretty good
Ashcraft.
rotation. Yeah.
Well, you got Bubba, you got Skeens, you brought up
Bubba
Connor.
needs to put it all together, though. He does.
Yeah, he does. But
They're an
Yes,
interesting team.
Ashcraft is a really good one too. Jared Jones being back, that's big. If he can find his groove, Bubba finds his groove a little bit. That that rotation, you don't want to face it.
It's actually like
I'll give you a weird thing to think about. Pittsburgh's got 33 wins, and Andrew McCutcheon's in a Rangers jersey.
Oh, actually, he's not anymore. They cut him.
yeah.
I know,
They cut
but
him.
he was.
Yeah, I know. That's weird.
Yeah, I know, but when Pittsburgh is 33 wins, second place team, and Andrew McCutcheon's not in a Pittsburgh jersey.
Why didn't he retire?
He should have. He should have.
Like,
I
he's
think
putting,
it was just some. think there was something about it that he respected the organization. I kind of read something about it where he respected the organization. They needed somebody to leave, and McCutcheon's like, I've done my time. Like he respectively left. It wasn't like they wanted him gone. It was just they needed to cut somebody, and McCutcheon, being the team player he was, took the cut.
He should have
I
just
mean, you don't think
retired as a pirate.
yeah, he
But
has to retire as a
he might
pirate.
still though. He gets cut from the Rangers. He might still have a chance to have a sign deal while he retires as a pirate.
Right.
Still a possibility.
Sign like a 5-day contract or 1-day
Yeah,
contract,
Oh,
yeah.
they
retire.
might sign and retire him.
But
Yeah.
maybe when he left, maybe he got that itch and he was like, okay, I can't go back to Pittsburgh because they really don't need me, but I got that itch to play.
Right.
It's actually weird. Like it's been so long, like since I remember talking about Pittsburgh as a good or competent baseball club. It's almost a weird conversation. But like
Yeah,
I've
the
been
last
trying
time
to
we
tune
talked
into
about
their
that,
games.
Barry Bonds played for the Pirates. The last time we fucking talked about the Pirates.
Yeah, Barry. That was when they had. There was a point when they had Bonds and Bonilla,
Yeah,
and then one went to San Francisco, one went to the Mets.
yeah,
You know, and the rest is history. And the Pirates were
yeah,
never relevant again.
yeah.
That's a crazy time. Damn, bro, the Knicks are down. Fuck.
The only thing from our era, Vince, the last, I'll side you on this one. How did San Diego not do well with Gwynn?
Um, that was like a Mike Trout ish. You know,
Yeah,
having a legendary hitter in your lineup and just being able to do zero with it. You know,
yeah.
very Angels ish of them. Easiest way to say that. All right, trying to find these questions again. But so I think like one of like the biggest things that's kind of stuck out to me though so far, like just watching this season, obviously, like I said, Pittsburgh has been a pleasant surprise for sure on the NL side. On the AL side of things, I think, and you can tell me what you think about this, but like even with Murakami out, like the White Sox can play baseball.
They can
Yeah.
play baseball, yeah.
You know, they're that your team's a decent team again.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
because it's just like the Tigers. They have a really Birmingham has a really good organization, and they know how to develop players. So they're if you look at their minor league team the last 2-3 years, they've been very dominant, and this is what's been coming up into the White Sox organization now.
Mm.
And it's the one thing that I love about baseball versus anything else. You can have 6 or 7 guys in the top 100, and they are protected because you don't trade prospects
Yeah.
ever. So they get to develop in that organization and get to love that organization and become the Mike Trouts that don't want to leave an organization that gave them a chance. It's just a different mentality of
Yeah,
an athlete.
prospect hugging is a real thing in baseball. Like
Yeah.
you want to the best way for sustainable winning is building a farm and then keeping those guys and developing
Yeah.
them.
And not just that, it's a 3 to 4 year development because they
Yeah.
understand that these are still kids and they still
Yeah.
have to develop their game.
Yep, and they're gonna go through ups and downs, and it's just getting
Yeah,
through that.
and they don't just get rid of them. They're like, whatever, he sucks. Just it's like,
Exactly.
they really develop a player's skill. We don't get a ton of 5 tool players every year, but when we do, it's like Jesus, like you were gifted with this young kid. Like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do with them?
Yep.
Cole's
It's when
gonna
you
have
get
a
those 5-tool
Murakami jersey
guys, you
next
can't
year.
waste them. That's the thing.
But I have nothing but positivity for the White Sox the next 3 to 5 years to be a relevant team.
There's no
they're
reason not to
exciting.
be. Yeah, there's no reason not to be.
What do you think about their pitching core?
Their pitching core
Their
is
pitching
pretty
could
deep.
definitely. They could use work though right now.
They can. I mean, you got Martin. I don't know if he was 8-1, so I don't know if he's lost the game yet or not. I haven't looked,
Eight
but
and
he's
two now. He got
oh,
blown up yesterday.
okay.
Yeah, but
But
facing the same team two starts in a row, it's not easy. So
no. But when's the last time we seen a White Sox starter 8-2?
yeah,
Yeah, it's
with
been a
what like
while.
a sub 3 ERA. So
Yeah,
There are a couple of sneaky good pitching performances going on this season. It feels like,
it's yeah for sure.
and
Like guys you couldn't see just breaking out of nowhere or pitching as good as they are. Bryce
I
Elder,
mean,
number one.
dude, what's this guy's name? Right? Think about it. Think about how many wins the Brewers have already. Their ace only has 6 wins. They have a pitcher with 9 wins already. Ashby
Yeah,
got
the bullpen
9
guy.
wins already.
The thing is, he comes in with the lead, and he keeps it. Like he comes in.
He's like a middle reliever.
Yeah, middle reliever. Yep.
Because
yeah.
I'm
We were
looking, I'm
talking
like,
about him
wait,
like 2 weeks ago, so it's like,
Yeah. He's on pace for like 30 wins. It's crazy.
dude, I was just looking at it. I was like, what the fuck? What am I looking at right now? What?
Yeah.
yeah,
Like-
because when he comes in when like you said when he's in the lead and
They keep the
I mean,
lead. Exactly.
and
Yep.
keep the lead. This guy could win 30 or 40. It's like you're like,
Yeah,
what?
it's
What?
like-
This guy won what? How many?
They,
How many games this
they
guy win?
also have, they also have besides Miz, they also have Harrison. Harrison's he's 7-1, right?
He's been the trade of the offseason so far.
Dude, and like this is what I'm saying. Like they're just like, if you don't just like actively go and like look at like the leaders in certain things, you don't even realize it sometimes. It's like, wait, who's like, but it's interesting to see how this season's going so far. And what pitchers are really like who's another one who's emerged as like a stud this season? Soroka in Arizona.
Yeah.
He's a
guy that was pretty good with the Braves, but then he dealt with injuries the last few years.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So he kind of like he kind of fell off the radar. He ended up in Arizona, and now you're seeing him come back, and he's starting to play real good baseball again, which is cool. It's great to see.
Yeah.
All right, interesting. Let's see what we got here. All right.
Another one is Bryce Elder, like I was mentioning. Like he was
Bryce Elder's been great for the Braves.
Yeah. So it's not that he's always been horrible. It's just he had that one season where he started off hot before the All-Star break, then he turned into garbage, like just horrible. Sent down to the minors, stuff like that. Then end of last year, they made some adjustments with him, and then he's carried it into this year.
So we were talking about Elder, and like I feel like he's another one where like he goes under the radar too because he's one of the awesome pitchers on that team.
Yeah, he's one of. You when you think about that team, you think of Sale, you think of Strider, like all the other big names.
The Braves are like it. It's weird to say, but the Braves feel like they could really beat. Like I wouldn't think somebody was crazy if they were like, oh, the Braves will beat the Dodgers in the NLCS.
No,
like that wouldn't sound crazy.
Not at all. Now, one thing the Braves did mess up with is not re-signing Max Fried. They should have re-signed him over keeping Spencer Strider. Like that's clear as day.
But is it really hurting them right now?
No, it's not hurting them right now. But just imagine if they had Sale and Fried instead of Sale and Strider. Like,
no, I get that, but if these guys end up winning the championship, it negates any opinion about it from anybody.
Oh yeah,
They'll turn this trade into oh my God, we got lost Max Fried. We won a championship. Like, that's what they'll
Right.
just turn it that narrative.
Right.
Let me ask you guys, what do you guys think right now? Like, if you had to say, like, right, it's June, beginning of June. What's your World Series prediction? Week 1, June.
Man, this is, I don't know, bro. But I want men to go to the World Series for sure.
Mariners are
Mariners
still a
and
World
who?
Series caliber team. They are. Um, it's just hard to gauge them. I don't know. Who? Yankees probably make it to the World Series. I don't like. It seems like it could be their year. It really does, because I don't see anyone that's better than the AL. I don't.
AL is weird like that. But it feels like to me, if it's not the Yankees, it'll be
It's
because
gonna
we
be
end up
some
losing our
surprise
own
team.
division.
Yeah,
Like if the Rays
the
manage to
Rays
keep on
won't. I
putting it
don't see
together,
it. I don't
but
see
like
it.
that's the only way.
They wouldn't be
Um,
the Rays wouldn't be a surprise team because we watched them be good all year. So I wouldn't
Right.
really classify as a surprise. They're a surprise right now because we're how they're maintaining it. But if the
it'll be
Rays,
a surprise if they can keep it together until
yeah,
October. That'll be a
Yeah,
yeah,
surprise.
and keep it together in October because they have faded in October before.
oh
So
yeah, with when they had
Um,
Blake Snell.
I'm gonna go out. I will say though, right now, I would. I'll go with the Braves. I think the Braves are gonna
yeah,
represent the NL this year.
for sure. I could see that for sure. Because the Braves are only gonna get better throughout the year, I feel like, which is crazy to say.
Yeah, no, but I can agree with that. That kind of makes sense. Yo, Cove, I don't know what you got going on over here, but it looks like you're about to start stripping.
No,
I don't know what's
I
going
took
on
my
over here, bro.
I
I
took
think
a
the Braves.
belt off. Jesus,
I think the Braves making it for sure.
I've been wearing that thing for 14 hours today. Like I wanted to take it off.
Yeah, so
I mean, if it's in the AL, it'll probably be the Yankees, the Mariners, or a surprise team. That's where I'm at, pretty
well,
much.
so all right, let's talk about it. Trade deadline, obviously we're weeks out now and we're already in June. So we've got some like sneaky contenders, right? In the NL East, we've seen the emergence of the Phillies, right? Playing good baseball. You got the Dodgers who could always add a piece here or there before the playoffs. Um,
Now,
who's a
one
buyer?
thing I
Who's a seller?
would
Like, what are we thinking?
it depends how the Mets play. The Mets, if they catch fire, they won't sell. Like that's one thing we've seen with the Mets. They can catch fire sometimes. Like they're very inconsistent. They started off the year hot last year, fell off. When they made the NLCS in what 22 against the Dodgers, was it?
20, no,
When
20,
was the NLCS between the Dodgers and the Mets? I forget.
24.
24.
24, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's when they went on a hot stretch towards the end of the season, carried it to the NLCS. So
And you wonder why New York does not like LA because they put out the Mets, then they put out the Yankees back to back.
yeah, that's a great
You
Calm
wonder
down,
why New
Cole.
York hates LA.
Cole, then they're in the finals, man. Calm down.
You talking about baseball wise, bro.
Yes.
Caleb's watching the Knicks right now. I respect it. No worries. I'm watching the Knicks too. I got them on behind me here.
I know.
Um,
Caleb's gonna watch them because he's got to see somebody but LeBron win a championship.
it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what teams do make moves though before the trade deadline. Um,
I feel like
I
there's
don't
gonna be a
know.
blockbuster, but it's gonna be a blockbuster that none of us see coming.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like right now, when I just try and if it's not like the obvious one is the Mets, right? If it's not
Yeah.
the Mets, who is the next
Then who?
obvious
Yeah.
team that's
The
gonna
To
have
make a
like
big move. To
Jays.
make a big move.
the
Jays.
J? Well,
Jays.
I don't know about that.
They gotta
okay.
fix that Bichette mistake, right?
What about Detroit dealing Scooble?
I think that's been
Detroit,
talked about way
that's a
too
big
much, but
one for sure.
That'll be an off-season move, anyway.
yeah, that's an awesome move. It's like seeing Mike
Um,
Trout move mid-season. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, because the thing is, they'll want to play out the season to see if they can get back on track. I don't like if they
You
don't get
don't
back on
give up
track, then they
on
trade him.
Super Bowls last two
Yeah,
seasons to give up on them.
right.
Chicago.
They're weird. They're weird. They
I
gotta
thought they
make. They
were
have to make
good.
a move. They have to make a move.
They're so
They
streaky. Like they have to do something to like you just got to balance the scale. Like you know what I mean? Like you can't. This is not how you win long term.
they're gonna right the ship. I feel
Drop
like
Ian Happ.
Like
he's one of their better hitters. I don't
they'll
know.
be in first
Yeah.
or second for like 2.5 weeks,
Yeah,
and then they're
they
in
drop
fourth or
down.
fifth for like 2.5 weeks, and they just seesaw
Yeah,
between the top and bottom.
Oh no, I was wondering if Vince would catch that because remember when I used to, I was saying praising Ian Happ and our old guy we had on our show got real mad at me. He's like, "You don't know baseball if you're praising Ian Happ as a Cub."
Oh
Um.
my god.
Oh, that was dude, homeboy.
Got
I hope that young man is well.
mad about it. Got
I
mad about
hope
it.
he is well. Young guy.
Oh, I
He's a
hope he's
young guy.
well, but he got mad when I was praising Ian Happ. He's like, "No, you don't know baseball."
It threw me off the first time he showed up because I was like, wait, this is a really young dude.
Yeah.
Kid.
Oh yeah.
Like, wait,
This kid
how
was
did-
like 19, 18 years old, like young.
I was like, wait, he's pretty young.
But
and it's just
he's
like,
very knowledgeable. He was very knowledgeable for his
well, it's
age.
a fact. And you know what? I don't know shit about sports. The younger guys know way more than I do. Like
Yeah.
Showtime knows everything about sports. I'm like, I know like 1/3 of what Showtime knows about sports. He's like half my age,
Mhm.
you know? So it kind of works that way. You just gotta find the right people that just know their thing a bit. All right. So I think the obvious teams that here's a tricky one. Okay. Arizona is a second place team right now. They could end up being, they could be like, think like 2-3 years ago, right? Being a wild card team. They might look to add something into that roster if they continue being if they can hold on to that second spot in the West for like post All-Star break, then you know what I mean. Like they might be looking at something, so they might look at trying to do something.
It feels like they're always a team that's in rumors and never does anything, whether it's selling or buying.
Well, the
Like-
other thing that can happen to them is they fall off.
They always hover around. They always hover around.
But well, here's what I was gonna say. Soroka keeps playing well this season, but
And
the
they sell
team falls
high.
off as a whole,
Okay.
and they end up moving him.
Yeah, he does feel like a sell high candidate. Like
You have you if you're gonna sell him, right?
you sell him
if,
now, exactly.
If they could sell him with 7-8 wins and one
Yeah.
loss, like somebody will pick up on that.
Somebody's
going
gonna
into the
buy
second
on
half.
that, yeah. Because
So it
it
depends on.
would be a thing. Not that they don't think he's good. They don't think it's sustainable, like for years.
It's more about whether or not they're winning. If they're
Yeah.
winning enough, where it's
They'll
like, oh,
keep
we
him.
could use him later this season,
Yeah,
it makes sense. But if they start to fall off early, then it's like, all right, we could get good value on this guy now.
yeah, for sure.
That would kind of be an interesting one.
Could the Giants sell off because they've been horrible? The Giants feels like a team that could definitely sell off.
Me and
just
you are in the
completely
same.
rebuild.
We're in at least one, if not two, of the same fantasy baseball leagues.
Yeah,
I remember at the start of the season, you were like, "Yo, Vinny, did you mean to drop Logan Webb?" And I was like, "Yeah, low key, I did." but
nah,
you're like, "Are you sure?" I
You
was
were
like,
somewhat justified because he's been kind of whatever. He's been meh.
but yeah, he's really just been like, but it's not him. so
It's the
much as
whole
it's the
team.
whole team.
It's the whole team.
Yeah,
It's
so the whole team's mojo is just so low right now.
Like, the thing is, I get why they brought in that college coach, because it seems like he could have brought like a spark of energy.
Oh,
It hasn't helped at all.
ultimate fail. I'm
Not
surprised he's
you,
still
you
there.
can't say ultimate fail because that team is just a mess regardless. But you
No,
can't
they have
blame him as
23 wins. 23.
I don't know, man. I thought they would hover around the wild card. I really thought, but
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody saw, like, come on, bro. In 60 games, there's no chance I thought they were gonna be below 30.
they have
No
Devers,
way.
they
Like,
have Adamas, they have a Rise. Like, I don't know.
dude, I don't know, man. But yeah, they're
Matt Chapman's been
abysmal.
horrible. Like, I don't know, man.
That's a different one, man. Like, that's a different level of crap. So I guess, kind of last two couple things here. What do you guys think? Like, what's been like the biggest uh or what team do you think has been the biggest surprise for you so far?
Surprise. White Sox. I mean, you could
Definitely
see
the
some
Braves.
improvement, but not to this point. I don't
They're
think.
definitely the Braves. The Braves are shocking to me. They're definitely shocking.
Well, so okay, hold
You
on,
could see
hold
the
on.
thing is you could see
Yeah.
the Braves being this good while being awful.
They've been consistent. They just had bad years.
Yeah.
2 years ago, the Braves were a contender.
Yeah.
We thought they were going to be a team last year, and they came out and were injuries and everything else. They were
Yeah.
totally awful. Now they're back.
Yeah.
So that one, like, Showtime's, that's a good one because and like exactly what I highlighted before. Now we're seeing, and this is what's been a big surprise. Now we're seeing them without the big bat of Murakami, and
they're
they're
still
playing
hanging
good
around.
baseball still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it was like, oh, well, they got this guy and now they're better because of it. No, it's like the team is built
it's a
right.
whole overall better team.
But he's
Yeah.
still there, though. That's the thing, though. He's still on the bench. He's still hanging out with the team. He's still talking to the boys.
And in a
It's
couple
not
of
like
weeks,
he's gone.
yeah, in a couple of weeks, he's going to come back into the lineup, and now these guys are going to already have that confidence, and then he's going to come back in and start banging balls again. Like, it's going to, bro. Yeah, they've been a wonderful surprise. I think.
But that's where I was going to, because I do read some of the other league stuff when it comes to the White Sox, and they've said that he's been nothing but humble, and he's been showing even like the young ones to not like overshowing them, but going, we in this situation, we do this. Like he's just a great dugout guy. He can hype the team up without being extravagant about it. So when you have that kind of, because he is a veteran in a sense, even though he's a rookie in this league, he's still a veteran in the game. He still knows when to play. He goes, guys, he's probably that guy sitting on the bench who's like, guys, calm down. We got this. We got this. We really do. He's probably hypes up his boys all the time. Like I said, he's played in professional baseball. This is the same thing when Shohei came in. He was very humble.
Say that.
And he just knew how to adapt to everybody and talk to everybody.
Look,
and it just makes people feel better.
Shohei is $1 billion athlete.
Yeah.
But like if you see his interaction with the dugout, he's just one of the guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's not like some special character. Like Murakami came in and he just got into the dugout and became one of the guys. That's important.
These guys coming over from Japan, they're disciplined. They know how to be good teammates.
Yeah.
I
mean, even though, and I think you all know this, they even pick up trash, even though they don't even work for, like, they pick up trash. They clean up the area too. Like, it's been known. Yeah, they clean up the dugout. They don't leave until the dugout's cleaned up. Like, that's what Showtime was talking about the discipline. They make sure everything's done, and they're the last guy leaving. They let everybody else go. No, you're more important. You're more important. And I'll make sure that everything's picked up. I wouldn't be surprised if Shohei's picking up balls or raking the grass. Like I don't know.
Like
This guy just
one
loves
thing I
dodgeball.
one thing I always notice with Shohei is how humble he is with how popular he is. He's the
Yeah.
most
And that's right.
popular guy
Yeah.
in sports, and you wouldn't
Dude's
know.
walking his dog, just like waving hi to everybody. Like, what's up, dude? I got you next week. Like, what the fuck?
Like he's got a security around him, of course, but he's not like a dick. So
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
no, but that's the thing. Nobody messes with him, even though he
no,
shows up. No,
no.
thousands of people don't surround him. They
Yeah.
respect him as much as he respects them.
Yep. Someone
so
approaches him, he lets them approach him. You know.
Yeah, he signs
what?
autographs. He does everything.
Here's the question, right? So, I guess we all kind of agree on the White Sox as the biggest surprise. What's been the biggest, or who's been the biggest disappointment? Like the
Mets,
Mets,
Mets and
Mets.
Tigers too.
the
Yes.
Tigers, that's an interesting one. They have like I expected the Tigers to be a contender again this season. I
Now
did.
they're not done for the season because they just played their best series of the season versus the Rays, but they got a lot of ground to pick up. That's the thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, we've seen the Tigers go on rough stretches and then get hot towards the end of the year. That's what happened. When they had what was it when they traded for Flaherty at the deadline? That really helped them. That was what a few years back. I don't remember what year.
What do you think, Cove? You're saying the Mets?
Yeah, I'm saying the Mets. Just because the Mets went all in again, and it's just what happens with the Mets.
Yeah,
It's
the
like,
Tigers didn't go all in, so I would say the
Yes.
Mets too.
The Tigers, the Mets.
Who else has been disappointing?
I
mean,
think
you could have
the
said the
other team
Phillies, but
that's
not anymore.
the team that I brought up before that's been that's disappointing, but like could swing the other way is the Cubs.
Yeah.
You know,
Did they have World Series expectations though? I don't know.
yeah. I mean, I guess that's fair. Nobody's been as you can't right. So the value of the Mets roster, means that they have to be the most disappointing, right? There's no other way to say that.
yeah.
Right? Unbelievable.
But I will give you Seattle though too.
Nah.
As being disappointed, this team is built to
So
win.
far,
and they
yes. So far, yes. They've been playing better, and they pick it up during
The
the end of the
pitching
year.
is not that good, actually. They have better hitters than pitchers right now.
They went out last year and they got the additional hitting that they needed.
Yeah.
They did not obviously do enough with their bullpen or their rotation in the offseason to kind of put
Their
themselves
rotation
over.
probably is not gonna be a problem, I would say.
Yeah, Mariners need to go back and get Suarez back because he's the team. You need Suarez back.
I don't know about that.
Why did they
No, I
got
don't
him
mean
for a
the team
year
is
and got
like
rid of him?
he's the biggest hitter. He's just
But the
brings
thing
something
is,
that's
he wasn't that good in Seattle. So why do you say that? Like that's just...
because he brought something that
clubhouse guy.
changed them.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
clubhouse guy.
No, I get that. I get that.
He came in there and because that's when they got streaky good last year. Riley started coming off. They get Suarez. It's his first stint. This is his second stint with them. Like they get sneaky hot with Suarez, and then they get rid of him. They get bad. They bring Suarez back. They get good again. Then what do they do? Get rid of him again because they're not offering what he wants to stay there. But Suarez will play in Seattle. He likes it there, loves it there. But
nobody else is giving him like he's getting 1-year deals in other places. Like
yeah.
Because he's a power hitter. He's just a power hitter. That's it. And his power, he had a career year in Arizona, but besides that, he hasn't been great power wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was.
But that's why Seattle after we had those numbers.
Yeah.
That year.
They see like had they not traded him last year, Arizona, had they not traded him back to the Mariners,
they would have been in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. Arizona would have been in the playoffs and Seattle would have been out.
Yeah. I don't know if Seattle would have been out. I don't know.
But it's just interesting how that works, I don't know. All right. Well, listen.
Interesting.
that is all I've got for this evening. So real quick, Cole, you guys have a show going on tomorrow night?
Yeah, usual.
Regular timing. All right.
Yeah.
So Cole will have a show going on tomorrow night, regular time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. That is all we've got here on Vinny's Corner for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in with us, and we'll see you next week. And we'll be up on Spotify by tomorrow. Take care,
We
y'all.
need to talk about the World Cup next week. World Cup next week?
Okay.
The World Cup.
Yeah, coming
It
up.
starts next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So real
the
quick,
11th. The 11th.
like, I mean, do we have like predictions on that?
I'm repping USA, and that's all I know.
Yeah, Mexico or Argentina. They should win. All those two teams should win it.
I've heard that that Spain and France have so many good people on their teams that they could have each team could be two teams.
Yeah.
And both teams and if they made two teams out of each team, they would be the final four.
Yeah, but isn't France just pretty much made up of PCG?
Yeah, PSG, they're good.
Yeah. But isn't France made up of them?
But yeah, so I possibly. But listen, I guess I'm not gonna sit here and try and sound ignorant or anything else. I'm an American, so I'm gonna root for Team USA.
Yeah.
Here's the one thing I
I'm
do
not
know:
going to
the
vote
field is
Canada
bigger.
because we are horrible in soccer.
But right, so normally
horrible.
it used to only be what? How many teams? 32 teams,
Mhm.
and now it's 48.
Yeah. It's like
Like it's a bigger pool of teams.
Yeah.
A bigger pool. Yep.
So that's really the most or the biggest thing that I know about it. But I guess that's all we got. Enjoy the World Cup. We'll talk about it when it starts, and we can actually talk about the action. We'll get into it because
One last
Caleb is
thing.
Mexican, so he's going to want to talk about soccer.
Yeah, Thursday.
So we'll let him do that.
One last thing. College regionals, super regionals is on Friday. If you want to cover that at all. College
Yeah, that's coming up too.
college super regionals, college World Series is coming up.
Yep.
The College World Series is coming up.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that for Cove tomorrow because they're going to talk all baseball. Boom. See how I passed the buck on that? Let's go. All right, everybody. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you guys for tuning in to Vinny's Corner, and we'll check you guys next week. Take care.